go. Alright, so Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. This game is amazing, first of all. Second thing is, the Dawn of Sorrow is actually the second game of the Sorrow series. Like, the previous game was Area of Sorrow, and it pretty much, the story just starts or begins right after the ending of Area of Sorrow. I don't actually know much about the story anyways, because we don't have time for stories, so we just want to go fast. So the category that you're going to watch now is any percent no memory corruption. What this means is, so it's pretty much the same as like your usual any percent run, so finishing this game as fast as possible. But we're not going to do some which just called like memory corruption, of course, but we're going to use other glitches instead, which pretty much makes this run actually much more interesting. So first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to save here. It's very important that I've saved, because there's a trick coming up where I need a save file, otherwise I won't be able to finish this game. So if you've watched this run before, mainly by watching ROM Scout, I will be doing a different run than him, and that is pretty like the reason for that is pretty much that I'm playing on a 3DS, and the 3DS doesn't have a DS slot. So what this means is I actually have to get a certain item, so I will be able to finish this game. So yeah, that was all pretty much like the hardest part of the run, drawing the V. Because trust me, if you run this game at the beginning, you will probably fail it a couple of times, even though it's like the easiest. Seal to draw. So yeah, first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to collect some items and also some money, because we need to purchase a couple of items so we can get a very specific weapon. So yeah, what we're going to do here is we're going to sell every weapon that we have, or that we've collected, and we're going to buy an axe and some mind labs. And coming up next is a glitch which will probably blow your mind, and it's pretty much you can zip through most of the game, or at least most of the game. And to do that is I have to use a special, mostly the X special or the cut all, and then you just at a very specific point you just pause the menu and go to the seal menu. What this does is it stops your momentum and it puts you somewhere else. And I'm going to abuse this glitch a lot. And usually there's a maze. This is a maze puzzle which you can only access from the other side. But because of that glitch we can just skip through most of it. And then we're going to do some puzzling, because I'm pretty sure every one of you loves puzzling. And we're going to get the cut doll. Let's just say the cut doll is pretty much like the most amazing thing that you will ever see. And I'm going to use it specially a couple of times. So I am going to do a zip here. And now I'm somewhere completely different. Like I'm out of bounds and now I'm just entered the room from a completely different side. Also, kicking maidens. We don't like those, so we just want to avoid them. So yeah, I'm going to equip the axe and I have to get an item here. And then I have to suspend the game And that's why we have to make a save here, otherwise you cannot suspend the game. So, no, we just entered it again. We get the rune ring. We're going to sell this ring later because we need a lot of items to be able to fight the final boss. Also, pretty much for like every special, after every special I have to use a mind up. Especially like the X special in the beginning. Okay. Then we're going to do this zip again. And we're pretty much like at the top of the map, which you cannot see. Because like other than just for clarification where I am right now, it's pretty much useless. So here comes the most interesting part of the entire game. After that, of course. So we're going to fight some succubus, so we get some level ups, and later on we have to farm those enemies, of course, because we have to get a soul which enables another glitch called the succubus glitch, and we have to use it on a very specific room. But we're going to use it quite often. It doesn't matter if I get the soul right now or later. And now I will be doing a lot of menu switching, so it will probably look very confusing for you what I'm doing. So yeah, like again, we're going to do a couple of zips, and then I just got a weapon which I'm going to sell later on, and another ring that I'm actually going to equip. So you have to destroy this wall because there is a weapon that we are going to use throughout the end of the run. Except for zipping, of course. Then it kind of changes. We're switching between the X and the Kotal depending on the type of zip that we're going to do. So I got a couple of equips, but I'm not gonna use them yet because there is a couple of damage boosters that I have to do here. And because I'm really weak right now, I just got a bigger knockback than I usually get. So yeah, and now the succubus farming begins. And like it's pretty much like 2 or 3 minutes the same, like just slashing those succubus. Because they really like you, of course. That's why they're following you. I'm pretty sure they just want to hug you. So, but I'm not in the mood and I have to go fast, so. So, I have to farm up a couple of levels. Like, I have to get to at least level 16. And of course I have to get the souls from the succubus. And most of the times you just get the soul, but like I've been practicing this game a little bit, and most of the times I didn't get it soul immediately. And like that's a big problem of this category in general, because it has a lot of farming. Oh, actually not a lot of farming, but you have to get those souls in order to finish the game, or to make this game much faster, of course. If I don't get the soul, I have a backup save for that, because sometimes soul farming can take up to 10 minutes, maybe. Okay, there's a soul, that's good. So, about this soul that we just got. It's actually not that good soul. Like you can just attack an enemy and you will heal up a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty much useless. Except for this one glitch that I will be using. Okay. Also, like, the succubus can drop other things, such as a pitch black suit. And if I would get the suit, I would save 20 seconds. But it's a pretty rare drop, and I don't really expect to get it. Or like most of the time. But if I just, like, if it drops, then I will just save. A couple of minutes. So, here comes the worst part of farming, and it's a devil soul farming. And this is pretty much like the soul that wastes a lot of time. So especially if you're starting up the game, like either you can get like the first time you kill the devil, or you just don't. I won't be farming this guy that much. If I don't get a soul after like 5 more attempts, then I'm just gonna restart. Okay. So 3 more times, I think. Okay, after that, if I don't get it at the next one, then I will reset. Okay. Again, this farming can take up to 8 minutes, so I'm going to load a different file, which is a little bit underneath the like the devil, and this file has the devil soul. And here's a succubus glitch. So normally, whenever you use a special after a succubus glitch, you can just move around, and then yeah, you can pretty much walk through enemies without getting hit for a short time. And also, what it does is, after, like, if you use the couple a second time, it will stop the momentum of the special immediately. So yeah, I'm going to use this warp room a little bit later on. And yeah, this section is very boring. Like, there's not much going on. Yeah. And now, pretty much like the biggest zip in the entire game is coming up here. We're going to skip a very long room by doing the zip. And also, this area has a lot of zips in it, so if you really like that, then you will be enjoyed by it. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's... Okay, that sucks. So, another zip here. Skips a couple of enemies. So yeah, since we didn't get the pitch black suit, and I also didn't get it onto this save file because, like again, I'm not really expecting to get the pitch black suit at all, and I want to keep the run as close to the beginning as possible. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, now we got the Aquarius, and the Aquarius is what am I doing? It's pretty much like the best armor that you can get, except for like a couple of others. I could have actually zipped there, but whatever. Also, this room is kind of annoying because of all those skeletons. So yeah, I'm going to a warp which you just unlock by going into a different warp room other than that, because normally this area is locked. So, and this is also intentional, it's not even a glitch, so yeah. Okay, so we're going to sell a couple more items, especially the rune ring, which is like the most important thing to sell. And now we're going to restore, or like store up everything pretty much, and I'm also going to use a HP potion for it, just for safety. Wait, why did I sell that? Whatever. Okay, so another zip that goes right to the top, to the warp room, and we're going back to the Garden of Madness. Okay, the next thing is actually very interesting. So, let me just remind you that you have to actually defeat a boss to get the double jump. But for some reason, it's probably because so you cannot softlock the game. You will, as soon as you get any other soul except the Balor soul, which is a boss by the way, you just get the double jump immediately, as you can see here. And now we're going to enter the Dark Chapel. There is not much going on. This is a small shortcut that you can do. And also we're going to do some candle hopping, of course. Because we want to do these rooms with as much style as possible. So you can actually, with a cutoff especially, you can actually press switches from the other side. I completely forgot to mention that. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but yeah. And now the Content Tower, another area that we're not going to really visit. If you want to do a cool zip, you can just zip right there, and then you should be at the boss pretty much. Okay, so we have to play this cutscene, or otherwise this doesn't work. And now we're going to do a zip. Sometimes you will get rejected from the wall if you're a little bit too close to the previous room. Okay, now Mine of Judgment, not a lot going on. There's only one particular jump that is actually dangerous. It's not this one. Also, this guy decided to not jump down, which, or like jump down a little bit earlier. But yeah, again, oh yeah, don't go down there. That's a bad thing to do. So yeah, this is the area. If you fall down there, you will have a lot of trouble climbing up there, because yeah, those enemies are very strong. And again, you're not supposed to be here that early. And now we're going to fight Death. So Death is actually a very hard boss. It's like every Death boss in every Castlevania game, except for Castlevania 2. And that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to skip this boss because screw Death, and we cannot actually kill him at all. Okay, another same save here. And so again, I'm going to abuse the succubus glitch. And now I'm going to waste a lot of mind ups just to get through this section. And I'm also trying to damage boost through those flames, which worked pretty well, actually. Okay. There is not a lot of things that you can do to speed it up, and you don't want to get hit by those LS stores. So yeah. Also, sand slows you down, of course. And here's another soul that we're going to get. And wait, I actually have to no, click the X. Okay, I don't like the position of the Valkyrie, but okay. Whatever. So we're going to do a weird zip here, and now we're just on the complete opposite side of the room. For some reason, I don't know how certain zips work, or like why they work. It's just kind of random. So yeah, nope, couple. So another sacrifice glitch through that. Saves quite a lot of time actually. We're not going to zip through that yet. Because I actually need all the MP if possible. Also, I'm going to heal up here. So, I have to do this entire section without going through any saves. Also, you don't want to get hit by those fireballs at all. Because, like, certain enemies can double hit you with certain attacks. And this is one of them. So you really don't want to do that. Okay, this is pretty much like one of the more difficult zips. Because if you get rejected by that, you will lose a couple of seconds. But this one worked out quite well. Okay. I'm gonna heal up again. Again, just for safety. Oh baby, okay. So, I got a really rare drop actually. And this allows me to go really fast. Like most of you probably expected it to be. Oh yeah, I should actually do the exit right there. Why did I kill the Black Panther? That was unnecessary. But yeah, like usually you don't get this. Usually you don't get this Black Panther that often, and it only. Yeah, I should have actually zipped through that. Whew. Okay. So yeah, that is pretty much like the end of the run, but now. This is pretty much the hardest part of the entire game, and it's the final boss. Let's just say the final boss is very, very hard, and sometimes you just can't win if you're unlucky. Because on the second phase there will be small thingies that will just chase you. But yeah, like first phase is very easy. You just use this Devil's Soul. You will deal the triple the amount of damage, pretty much. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this boss fight. Except it's very hard, and I actually have to concentrate during that. Because again, like you can run this game as much as you want, and then you can get screwed over pretty much by RNG. Okay. So yeah, those are the thingies that can cause some trouble. And sometimes I'm just panic pausing because I'm just, like if you can, like you can survive an attack from it, but usually you don't want to deal with it at all. And so far it doesn't seem to be very, like the boss doesn't seem to be very nice to me. Also, I pretty much die in one hit anyway, so... Yeah, that just happened. Well, I never said this game is easy. It's... Again, this fight is very hard, and... You will probably, if you start running this game, you will die a lot of times. Load the Randall. And yeah, sometimes it doesn't spawn any of those little things at all. Then it's amazing. And sometimes it just spawns 3 or 4 of them. For no reason whatsoever. And we haven't actually figured out what causes it to spawn. I think it's just really random. Because if it would if it would spawn those things, like if it would spawn those things for every attack we do, then yeah, then we would have actually like full of those little thingies. But yeah. Also, yeah, like if it tries to stomp onto you, you don't want to attack him immediately, because he can do it a second time, and then it can cause some issues. Also, you don't want him to be that close to the wall. Again, because of those little thingies. And yeah, this boss has a lot of HP. I think he has around 3,000 for each and every one of those heads. There's the second one. Oh, okay. So you don't want those things to be behind you. Like if they are behind you, it's better up to heal yourself up. Okay. Okay, I don't like this. I will bring him to the other side, and I hope he doesn't spawn that many of those thingies. Other than that, I actually have a lot of HP potions left, so... Okay, he didn't spawn that many of his little thingies, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, there's also no way to stop it. Also, if it tries to attack you, just want to avoid them, if possible. Okay. Okay, I don't like this meme. I used the wrong item. Okay. Killed all of them. So yeah, time is as soon as he dies. Which I hope he does pretty fast. Let's just... Okay, that's not cool. Can you please stop? I don't have any left. Whoa. Think I would have died there if I wouldn't have healed that up. Also, I don't have that much HP left. And I don't think... Oh, I don't have any healing items. That's even worse. Okay. Now I... Okay. There we go, time. Whew! I'm actually happy that that I survived this fight. Whew. But yeah, I just had to slow it down anyways. So again, you don't want to screw up this fight as much. Like if I would have died, then yeah, I would have lost like 4 minutes. That was a 30-25, I think. Yeah. Okay, that was good. Also, I hope you really like the sound of it. Okay, so yeah, that's it for me for now. I hope you enjoyed Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow and the actors, of course, as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. And